Yo, yo! Ah! Hey, it's been a minute. So, for the last 2 years, I've been doing these year-end favorite songs lists. I've always loved weighing in on music discourse, I love giving music recommendations, and today is no different. If you're curious, I'll link a playlist to those older lists down below in the description, as well as at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But that's not why we're here. Today we're talking about my favorite songs of this year, 2025, so let's get into it and talk about the ground rules here. Number 1. One song per artist, okay, that's it. Otherwise, this list would be dominated by like the same 3 people every year. 2. The focus of this list is primarily indie or alternative music. I want to help you find songs that maybe you haven't heard before. That said, I do make exceptions for my favorite Billboard hits of the year if I deem them worthy enough of placement on this list. And number 3. I want a good clean fight in the comments, okay? No biting, kicking, scratching. I want a civil discussion, and I want to create a place where people can share their favorite songs of the year as well. And with that, let's get into it and count down our top 10 favorite songs of 2025. Number 10. So one of the biggest stories this year has been people's anticipation for the final season of Stranger Things.
We can begin.
I haven't gotten around to watching the final season, but seeing the poor to mixed reactions online somewhat validated my own mixed opinions I have on the show. Nick, this is supposed to be a positive list. Well, despite the fact that the show didn't excite me all that much, one of the cast members and their music actually did. Let's check it out.
I think you're scared of being basic.
I'll be honest, this was one I did not think I would like this much. Joe, for those who don't know, is Joe Keery, known mostly for his character Steve Harrington in, you guessed it, Stranger Things. Obviously, this guy is everywhere, and that's kind of why I was skeptical at first. Actors switch to music all the time, with varying degrees of success. Heck, even his fellow cast members have taken that jump as well. And while I wouldn't call their stuff bad necessarily, I feel like it definitely could use some work. So when I heard this song for the first time, not only was I surprised at how different it sounded to his peers, but I was also just, frankly, impressed.
Just looking hot and keeping monotone and understated, nothing this won't change it.
I saw on a Reddit thread that people were comparing him to all sorts of interesting artists. Mild High Club, Talking Heads, The Voids, Beck, even. And yeah, all of those work really well, actually. I love that side of music. I think something about it is really striking. The bouncy instrumentation and the sound effects feel very 80s, but the deadpan delivery and subject matter give it that 2000s kind of indie feel. When you think about it, it kind of has a bit of everything, and that's where I find the appeal. But it is number 10, I'll be critical for a sec. I think the lyrics could definitely use some work at times.
I don't want your money. I don't care for fame.
Like, am I really supposed to believe that Joe Keery, famous actor, dreams of not being famous? Like, come on, what are we doing? But if you're able to overlook some of those less believable lines in this, then you're left with a really fun song that's just a perfect number 10 pick for this list.
If that's funny, I'm not funny.
Number 9. So that number 10 pick took from a variety of influences, whereas my number 9 pick could only be compared to one thing. That's right, we're talking about Boney M. Never thought I would, but here we are. Obviously, they're known for that hit Rasputin, and it's been played at weddings and parties and everything since it came out. But other than the rare use cases of that, plus playing Just Dance or just listening to their Christmas album, that punchy and charismatic sound is really hard to come by in the 2020s. Enter my number 9 pick.
Cause the London Foxes, they just keep on calling.
So can we all agree this is modern day Boney M? I didn't know I needed this, but I'm 100% on board. If you didn't know, this is Infinity Song, a group of siblings. Yes, you heard that right. 4 beautiful and talented siblings who are based in New York and really caught my eye over the last year or two. A lot of their older stuff has this 60s Mamas and the Papas feel to it, which is also fantastic for the record. But I don't know, something about this just connected with me faster. It could simply be attributed to the higher energy in the song, but no, I think it goes beyond that. I think instead why I like this more is because through their vocal delivery, their individual personalities are able to shine a little bit brighter. Yeah, the older songs definitely felt more like a cohesive unit, 4 people singing in unison, which of course has its merits, but here we have 4 distinct voices kind of fighting for airtime. It's like 4 siblings at the dinner table fighting for that last bite of food. So in a song about animals on the hunt, I feel like that competitive spirit really fits well here. So all in all, as someone who comes from a big family and just loves their stuff to begin with, I love this. The way they work off each other is very unique, and yeah, I can't wait to see what they do next. Number 8.
Please keep it jiggy with me. I got about $56 in my dickies. Come and get busy. Yes,
So this is For Da Tribe. God, I sound white. These guys are great. They're a rap collective based in Canada, so W for Canada. Yay, yeah, nice. As for the song itself, calling Jiggy a laid-back rap song is somewhat doing a disservice to it because I think there's so many moving parts to this, and that's kind of what I love about it. You have these great verses that ride the beat very well.
ain't no chinks up in my armor. Way too slick the way I spit. Yo, miss digging my aura.
Then you have these really pretty vocal passages. And you get some really unique flow switches from the different members of the group.
One trip better has been. I live in it now. I navigate with minimal rags. Foot on the road. I'm gonna take a leg tick.
What's there not to like? This is a group of guys that found the right groove and immediately clicked on it. Usually posse rap cuts are very loud and in your face. Take the Tyler the Creator Sticky song, for example. But this is a bit different. It's straightforward in the best way possible. Everyone carries their weight, and the whole thing just feels refreshing in a rap scene that, let's be honest, desperately needs new faces. I'll leave it there. These guys are very underrated. Check them out. And yeah, I'm just excited for what they have in store for next year. Number 7.
I know you want this touch for life. One of me is great, but two though.
This is Laundry Day, a group of New York friends who've been very viral on TikTok for their spontaneous and comedic a cappella renditions of popular songs. And it's funny too, because for the longest time, I didn't know they were actually a band. I just thought they were comedians or funny guys on TikTok making videos. So when I found out they actually made serious music, I was definitely intrigued, to say the least. God, I love this so much. I listened to some of their other stuff just to get a sense of their sound as well, and I'll be honest, Supermodel was far and away my favorite.
Baby, you can take the air out of the room. The way you walk is supermodel-esque.
I think it's very similar to that Joe song, actually, but it just came off as more genuine and grounded, hence why it's higher on the list. Andy Samberg and his Lonely Island friends here do a great job of emoting on this really smooth and fun instrumental. The guitar riff here is simple but effective, the beat drives everything forward really well, and yeah, my head can't help but nod, it's great. And this also takes the cake for my favorite album artwork of the year, just like, it's perfect, it's perfect. I think that's it for that one. It's an easy song to wrap your head around, and yet it hits every single time. So let's move on to number 6. Number 6. If you know me well enough, then this entry should be no surprise.
I'm not a fan of the way we're moving. No explanation for why we do this.
I've already talked about Pink Pantheress in one of my older videos, so not to sound too redundant, I won't touch on the easy stuff, the awesome aesthetic, the beat choices, the look, and instead I'll talk about some of the significant improvements I've seen from her over the last year.
Never wake up when you do me like that.
I actually got a chance to see her live this year, and for the big-time fans of hers, that was the show where during the opening song, the curtain actually never came down for her. So she was performing behind the curtain for essentially just the people in the balconies to see, and she was desperately trying to get the AV guys to fix it. It was crazy. But anyway, that's all to say one thing I was really impressed with, beyond just the way that she handled that whole situation, was her stage presence throughout the whole thing and her vocal ability. I always thought Pink Pantheress was more of a passive singer, more timid and caught up in the production and vibe of a record, rather than the performance. I was really impressed with her newest album, the confidence, the incredible voice. You can see the improvement in real time.
Let's over a drive-in movie. When you're not there, I smile up.
Really, it feels like someone who wasn't born a natural performer and just simply worked hard enough to be able to kill it. As for why I picked this song, it's an album of bangers. I just picked one at random. Frankly, you could have put any of the songs from this album on this list. It would have fit. But yeah, the hype around Pink Pantheress is completely warranted, and with time, she's only gotten better and sharpened her skills. And now that she's becoming more of a producer as well, I'm really excited to see what comes next for her. And just like that, that's the end of part 1 of this video, so if you want to see part 2, then it's already up on the channel. Links to it will be in the description below, as well as on the screen here. So watch it, let me know your thoughts, and yeah, that's it for me, guys, but we're not done yet, so go check out that video, and we'll see you soon.
Made my decision and this what to do. Giving and leaving it all up to you. I want you back, I just wanna renew. Grab on my hand and we go to the moon. Ready to zoom, do it remotely. I love what you told me just out of the blue. I see you blush when I check on the hue. Check out the view.